We're at EnergyTech 2017 talking with David Long, Vitech Corporation. Thanks for talking with us, David.
Pleasure.
Tell us about Vitech. What does that do, the company?
So Vitech is a specialist in systems engineering. We help other organizations raise their proficiency. It's such an important field when we look beyond traditional disciplines and look across so that we bring the integrated power to solve these complex problems. So Vitech helps through training, through consulting, through model-based software, but it's fundamentally about helping other organizations raise their systems engineering proficiency.
Talk about model-based systems engineering. What is that for us laymen?
So model-based is what I term laughingly the current obsession of systems engineers. To be honest with you, it's both very important but completely overblown. To put it in very simple terms, which is where it should be, it's a natural evolution in the way we represent information. So if you think back to mechanical engineering and the change that occurred from drafting to CAD, systems engineering is in the same transformation. We're moving from communicating in textual documents, specifications, to higher fidelity methods, drawings, data models, you name it, so that we can better align a team around a shared understanding of the problem and the solution. So it's an evolutionary change in the way we represent knowledge, no more, no less.
Is it replacing systems engineers or supplementing them?
It does not replace systems engineers. It does not replace systems engineering. It's just a better way to perform. So we still need the same information required to solve a complex problem. We're just representing that information better. And in doing so, hopefully we allow the systems engineer to better do their job.
You know, we're on a panel together this morning talking about the future of complex systems.
Yes.
And you made a distinction between complicated and complexity.
Yes. So complicated, oftentimes we're very sloppy in the use of the word complex, myself as well. Complicated really means that we've got problems that can be decomposed and with very few interconnections. And so think about the gears on a clock. You can have progressively more and more gears, but it's a linear outcome. Once you know the input, you know the output, and it's completely deterministic. When you're dealing with a complex system, it's different. You're dealing with diverse disciplines. You're dealing with high numbers of interactions between technologies, between specialists, and you do not have a linear cause and effect relationship, at least not one that you can discern. So you're dealing with probabilistics and any number of other things, but it's a non-deterministic issue.
How do companies react to the idea of model-based systems engineering? Do they see the need, or do they have to be shown how it can help?
At this era, we've been in this journey for about 10 years now for model-based. Every organization that understands they're doing systems engineering recognizes the value of model-based. They may not have a common understanding yet. There's still a lot of myth and uncertainty and doubt about what it is, but they have the fundamental recognition that that's where systems engineering is going, and to attempt to solve these complex problems using classical approaches, classical knowledge representations, it's just not possible.
What's the value to you and your organization having you participate in an organization like 2017? What do you get out of it, and what do you contribute to it?
Well, systems engineering is one of those domains where there is no singular sector nor company that has the best of everything in systems engineering. And so whether it was the time within COSI or whether it's simply an event such as this one, the ability to talk across the domain, the application domains, the sectors, the practitioners, every time I talk, I share insights such as what is the future of systems engineering, what does model-based really mean, but I also gain a lot in terms of the problems that people are facing, their insights and their approaches. And it's only through that sharing that I think that this practice can advance to the point where we can reliably solve the problems that we're facing.
You mentioned INCOSI. You were president a
Yes.
couple years ago. Tell us about what INCOSI is and what it does.
So INCOSI is basically the professional society for systems engineers. It's relatively young. It's about 27 years old at this point, 10,000 members or so worldwide across all sorts of application domains, from aerospace and defense to energy to medical and you name it. So as a professional society, it is there to fundamentally facilitate the exchange of knowledge through conferences, through papers, through working groups, perhaps the most interesting part of INCOSE is the robust technical community where interested people come together in a volunteer sense to work on a topic of interest, whether it is the interface between project management and systems engineering, whether it is better approaches for architecture, whether it is system safety. In each of these areas, they are trying to share their best practices and advance the state of the art.
Thanks for talking with us, David.
Pleasure.
Mm-hmm.